Hello, and what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. It's been a great week, and it's about to get even greater. I have my first guest of the opposite sex. I identify as a male. I'm pretty sure she identifies as a female. We'll figure that out in a few minutes, right? So let's get to going with our next guest on 30 and Go. It is Cindy.
Hi.
Truly outrageous 80s. What's going on?
Nothing much. Should I bow?
Yes, take a bow. Take a bow. So, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good. Sorry, I was running a little late. I got home from work and had to set everything up.
Now, trust me. I know the feeling. This doesn't just happen. All this stuff is. I got a 1-bedroom mansion, so it's all got to be collapsible and put awayable.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know. What do you got behind you over here? You got this. You got a more interesting setup than usual.
No, it's usually the same one. I'm just kind of like tilted. But it's
Mm.
just my little corner of nostalgia.
No, that's amazing. And so going with the nostalgia, a couple of people asking me like, "Hey, who is she?" Right? And I said, "Trust me, you're gonna love going to Cindy's profile, Truly Outrageous 80s, and you're gonna be there for a while."
Yeah, I'm
You
not your
know?
typical guest.
No, not at all. Wait, sorry guys, she's got the crown now. So, but
No
yeah,
action figure photography here.
no. Well, yes and no.
Yeah,
Yes
sometimes I
and no.
guess.
I mean, it's not as elaborate as something like insightful imagery would do, or George Barreto in his day, which uh, he got me into this. So I'm like, just tell me what diorama you want and get back on it. Get back on that horse, bro. Tripping with toys, excuse me, all these guys that usually post like how I kind of post, right? I get inspiration from, even the plush stuff that you collect. So,
Hmm.
there's always inspiration everywhere you look, right?
Yeah, I don't see many Care Bears on your feed.
You're not looking enough. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have the garbage pail Care Bears,
Oh, okay.
like shitty rainbow, heroin in this.
Now I
No, I'm
have
just
to go
no. You don't have to look
have to
for
go
that.
stalk your page.
Stalk it. Somebody has to. Pedro Perez calling you by the government. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Pedro.
But you got the full government up there. So, um, our introduction was from Damien, right? D Blake Makes.
Hmm.
What was it? Excuse me. What was it in Edison, New Jersey?
It was at a Toy Con, I think.
Was it at a toy con, or just was it at one of the shows? Because D Blake Makes is the one who is like, Miguel, you have to do conventions. You have to do conventions. And I was just like, look, you don't think I've come this far and understand that misery loves company, man? I'm not going into this, And then I went. I met you, John J Shot, Matt met Chew Toy, Fox Toy Box was there, Bryn, and we all have that picture together, right?
Hmm.
Which I should have used, but yeah.
I
So
know Damien was like, "Come on, get in the picture," and I was like, "Okay."
yeah. And then we all were just talking, and it was crazy because I had only brought with me like the props that I make from 3D printing, like
Hmm.
the diorama accessories. Yes, he is coming to ChrisCon. D Blake Makes will be at ChrisCon. Enjoy the plug. um, and so many people walked by and was like, "Well, how much you want for the diorama?" I was like, "Oh, it's not for sale. Get out of here, you crazy person. You don't buy dioramas at these places." I didn't see anybody with dioramas
Mhm.
at all. And I was like, I was getting offers, and I'm like, but I love this diorama. You know, I can't
So you
sell it.
just made it for this like display so people can.
Just so, like, no, this you already have to have a diorama if you want to use my stuff.
Right, because you have the accessories.
Ender, yeah, exactly. So that's my, as our friend Damon would say, that's my shtick. Because we're both King of the Hill fans, so it comes from King of the Hill, where I say I make diorama and diorama accessories. Anime figures. Oh, look at you! You putting asses in seats over here. All right, we're loaded up. We're pretty much loaded up. Are you ready for 30&Go?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Not really, but let's go.
Why don't we take another? Why don't we take another sip? Just cause. Okie dokie, let's go. How do you know I'm getting a van? Some people know stuff, and I'm like, did I share that? All right, so the first thing we do here is we get the juices flowing a little bit, get the mind thought process to react quickly. So I'm going to show you a photo, and you say the first word that comes to mind, right?
Okay.
And then you can elaborate on it. If there's a
Hmm.
story behind it, you know, you can elaborate with that story, or we can, if we have a common interest in this, we can share stories. Does that
Hmm.
sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So one word description: O's, and any other kind of onomatopoeia sound counts. So if you're like, we'll move
I
on.
do a lot of ums.
Hello, plastic Picasso. The hooded figure. Okay, that's my dude. All right, let's go. Are you ready?
Let's go.
She's staying quiet, y'all. She doesn't want to do the What's up, mofo? Mm, 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 mm. One word.
Past.
Yeah, past. It's your past, right?
Yeah.
What about this makes it your past?
Oh, because I'm from New York,
That's
Queens
right.
specifically.
Yep. If you guys look closely, you can see her tag all the way on it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this is an area of Queens, very, very popular for its high train. And Cindy's from a native New Yorker, Queens born, right? Am I right?
Right.
Yep. What do you miss about Queens, if anything?
Um, I don't know.
Chinese food?
It
No,
was.
I'm just kidding.
We get good Chinese food in Jersey. um, I would say family.
Mm,
Although most of my
sweet.
family moved out of Queens and is out on the island now, but
Which island?
Long Island.
Rikers? No, I'm just kidding.
Rikers, no, thankfully.
Like, how do you know? Mine's too. Mine's too. All right. So you ready for the next one?
Sure.
Hmm. We got a thinker, y'all. Come on, Cindy. I'm gonna put the pressure on. First word that comes to mind. First word, triangle. No, I'm just kidding. Go with it, Cindy. Go. It was coming out. Go with it. Just yeah.
Blank. I don't know what what you want me to say with this one.
So that is actually a pyramid in Mexico.
Uh huh.
Yeah. So Any reason why we would be looking at Mexico?
Not really.
No, I kind of remember a conversation going like it's a place that I would love to visit.
Well, I was gonna say vacation, but
There you
I mean,
go.
I have
First
been
word,
in
exactly.
Mexico.
First word that comes to mind. Boom, right there and there. Vacation. This will be edited later on. Now,
Right.
so let's go again. Ready? Ready? First word that comes to mind, truly.
Vacation.
Yeah, definitely vacation. This would be. Oh, somebody said. Oh, D Blake makes us here. Tomb Raider, Cindy.
Why not?
Family. Dominic Toretto answer. Yeah, Apocalypto. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Wow, you've got like an army behind you right now.
It's my
did you know
entourage.
that? Yeah, I mean, seriously. Damn, I'm glad I didn't get the pat down before this. You know what I mean? All right, so
You get it on the way out.
oh shit, make sure I didn't steal anything, right? Is that a plush doll, or are you happy to see me? So, yeah, I would definitely go here. Actually, my younger brother went to Peru. I forget, but something like this. It was like, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, they
wow.
have their ruins as well.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can you believe people without iPhones built shit like this? Truly outrageous.
Wants to show you.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Okay.
Let's go. First word.
Yum.
Perfect. You see, it counts. Hell to the yeah. Tell me, Cindy, what would be in your lasagna, and what would be some dietary things in your lasagna as well?
What have you heard?
Oh, I've heard. I've heard.
Well, first I'm going to say my lasagna is banging, but unfortunately I can't eat it.
Yeah.
So I'll make it for everybody else.
You do that whole Garfield.
I do the yeah. I let my senses take over, and well, just my visual, and that's it. And my smell, no taste, maybe a taste.
just a little taste.
Yeah, when no one's looking.
All right, you ready for the next?
Okay. Not my particular glowworm, but yes, I love glowworm.
Yeah, I was trying to find the a good picture of the older version. So
Yeah, definitely childhood right there.
tell us more about why this is your childhood right here.
Because I had a glow bug, it was a butterfly that I slept with every night. And that was my nightlight because I was afraid of the dark. So, I would hug onto that and it'd be on all night.
That's awesome. You see,
that I was afraid of the dark?
No. That it would stay on all night.
Well, if you're hugging it, it'll stay on. Obviously, if I fell asleep, I would stop squeezing it.
Oh,
and then
it's hug activated.
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right. Next we have
blood.
Yeah, ancestry, right? The whole nine.
Yeah, well, 50-50.
You and I have the same issue when it comes
to mutts.
Yes, that too, obviously, right? I came out with a little bit of the more European. Yeah, 80s tech and a glowworm. So, oh god, look at Noah. I wasn't gonna say keep your mind out of the gutter, guys, but we're all adults and it's fun. So yeah, what's something about Puerto Rico for you?
Well, my father was Puerto Rican, so that makes me half Puerto Rican, and I'm ashamed to say I've never been to Puerto Rico, so that's like next stop.
I've been going for 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Jealous.
and I still haven't went. I've been going.
Oh, you haven't gone. I thought you've
I've
been
never got
going.
there. Yeah, and I have a house that was left to me from my grandmother to my father and now to me. And I think like maybe 17, 19 years ago now, I spent like $5,000 on rebuilding the roof because of a hurricane. I'm like, I'm spending all this money. I'm gonna go.
And you've never been?
Me and my wife had just finished up deals and all this other stuff. Really, really coming off a really successful year, and I was like, let's go to Puerto Rico. And that's when I found out, I guess I have a fear of flight because I had tremendous nightmares. I woke up in like sweat.
Just at the thought of
getting on the plane. We were on the iMac behind me, and we were like, yo, you know what? We could go like super bougie and go business class, find a business class flight, which is higher than first class, right? And let's do that. And we get to like purchasing the tickets, and all of a sudden I'm catching a panic attack.
Wow.
I didn't realize a panic attack was a real thing, kind of like, panic attack, grow a pair of balls. Why don't you, that was my mindset.
It exists.
It exists. It's real. And it is not something I would wish
serious.
on.
Yeah. Serious
so
business.
Yeah, you and I, Puerto Rican from our father's side. Well, not our father's side, but
right. Our individual father's side.
Yes. Yeah. Don't get it twisted, guys.
He's not my brother.
Yeah, maybe. Cousins, potentially. It's Puerto Rico.
Probably. Everybody's related in Puerto Rico.
Something. All right. Ready for the next?
Let's go.
All right. So this segment is called Strange Questions, where we ask you some strange questions. Are you ready?
I hope.
Is it okay to cry to get attention?
I don't usually, personally, cry to get attention.
Personally, it's a no.
Yeah.
But figuratively, it's a yes.
I've seen it. It works, but I'm one to cry alone.
So this
I'm always smiling.
This question was brought to you in part by Mr. Cindy, truly outrageous 80s. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll take a bottle of wine. There's no crying in baseball. Name that movie. John J. Shot. What's up, buddy? So the answer is no.
No.
Is it a hard no, or is it kind of like a maybe?
To get attention, no.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, some people might say yes. Me, no, I'm just kidding.
If it's genuine, it's fine, but just to get attention, no.
Nah, I always keep an onion in my back pocket. All right. What silly things do you enjoy doing that you wouldn't tell like anyone, but you would tell them here on 30&Go?
I don't really hide my silliness. I'm one to be doing the Carlton like at work.
God.
Let's just say they know me for that. Just dancing around.
So the silliest thing you enjoy doing the most is dancing, like spontaneously?
Yes.
Like if you seen your favorite chocolate milk at Target, you'd be like, I got my milk. I got something like that.
That's my daughter. She walks away every time we're at Target.
Oh man. This is awesome. This is awesome. All right. So the next question is, what song annoys you the most?
What song annoys me? I'm trying to think. I don't really listen to anything that's out now.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say the songs that annoy me, and it's nothing against that the music, but like just nowadays with the whole Bad Bunny and all that stuff, even as popular as it is, it's not my thing. So anytime I hear just the voice, I'm like, oh my god.
So it's
I
one
turn
of
the
those.
channel.
Yeah, okay. No, I get it. I get it. It's almost cringy, right? And kind of
Yeah,
overexposed.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of old school, obviously.
Yeah.
Not that everybody had the best voice, but I feel like they at least had talent.
Yeah.
Now it's more of like, you know, appearance and just,
Yeah.
you know, popularity and fashion and all that stuff, not necessarily, you know,
Yeah,
the
I
talent that
find
they bring.
myself jealous of my father's era of music because you had to be good to get on the radio.
Hmm.
You know, it wasn't one of those things where if you had a viral video, you were the next star, you know, because
Right.
anybody can buy views, you know, like
Yeah.
how does one even if I'm in a record company and you like, hey, I've got 7 million views and like, all right, well, what does that translate into sales? You know what I mean? Like, how are we gonna make money off of that?
And again,
I
nothing
still don't
nothing
get.
against Bad Bunny. I just personally that type of music
He's not
just
watching.
doesn't.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Well, you
Yeah,
never know.
right.
But, you know, it was just an example of there's so many that it's not just him. There's so many that now
Yeah.
it's all about like pretty much the person that puts the music together is the one that's talented because of the mixes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
The
I could pull out a
talented.
record, you know, next month and you never know.
Speaking of my dad, he just entered
Not
the
too bad.
room. Yep. Yeah. Got a great support in that man.
Appreciate that.
Yep. All right. So let's talk figures. Not so much figures, but your collection.
Mhm.
A few questions for that collection behind you, and I'm sure in front of you, and I'm sure all around, right?
A little bit here and there.
Can't open that garage door anymore, can you?
It's the attic. For me, it's the
Oh,
attic.
for you, it's the attic. Insulation, they're plush, so that counts as double, you know?
Yes.
All right. How many plush dolls do you own? Approximately.
I don't know. I'm going to say,
That, my friends, is a triple digit number.
well, yeah, I was going to say anywhere from like 250 to 500.
Okay. 250 to 500. 250 is the ones that she likes. 300 is the ones that she kind of got and care for. Very cool. That's a lot. That is a lot.
It is. I mean, varied in sizes but
Oh yeah, of
I
course. Yeah.
definitely have like the attic is just full of my stuff.
Plush doll variety is the spice of life, and no one can
Yeah,
change that.
I have a thing for plush.
All right, look at the back. Yeah. What toy from the 80s are you still waiting to be released? So what comes to mind? It was like, why isn't this out yet?
You mean like a re-release?
A re-release or something that you may have missed once upon a time. Yeah, you can definitely go with re-release, or maybe something that you have never seen that was released and you
Mm.
want it here and now.
Huh. Trying to think. Um, I actually would have loved to have more, um, even though it's not necessarily my era, but you grew up, you know, in the 80s, you had it, but a lot more Hanna-Barbera stuff, like
Oh yeah, the
Tom and
cartoon.
Jerry stuff, even though I do have a couple here and there, but it wasn't as available. And it's even harder to find now.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I love Droopy. If I could find like a big Droopy
Oh,
plush.
Droopy. Yeah. Droopy was fast for a slow ass dog, right?
Yeah.
So when everything is boiled down, you'd want that Droopy doll. If that Droopy doll was
Yes.
released here in the now, you'd be getting Droopy.
A life-size Droopy, yes.
Yes, Wacky Racers. J-Shot, we should do a collab, the Wacky Racers collab.
That sounds like a good name for it.
Right? All right, you ready for the next one?
Ready.
What's your grail figure or plush? So, we say that the holy grail of figures. Like, I'm so happy I have this. It sits higher than everyone else, and it's got its own special thing. I'm thinking of ordering a throne from Go Figure Go.
Well, one of my grails was the My Pet Monster, which I
Oh
got.
yeah.
Because I never had one as a kid, so that was like a major grail for me. And I have one and the football monster.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he came in a variant, right?
Yeah, the football
Yeah,
monster.
he had. Oh my God! Wow. Yes.
And yeah, so those are, I really wanted at one point, and I have now. But if you're asking a grail that I don't have
No.
right now,
Currently own your currently owned grail.
okay, I guess that would be because I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like grail as an importance and like the one I would pull out if my house was on fire,
Oh, there you go. That's a good way of putting
it
it.
would be Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, awesome.
And that's only because it's the only thing I have that was actually mine as a child.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
only have one of my childhood toys. Everything else I bought through the years.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, my mom is probably rolling her eyes at me because I'm spending all this money on figures, and I must have broken about half a dozen Lion-O's when I was a kid. And she was so awesome. She like ran to the store when it broke, and
got you another one?
yeah, I was a
Wow.
spoiled little fuck. I still am. Thank God I met my wife, because boy. Yeah, but even so, Mr. G. Burrito says, I was scared of my pet monster. Yeah, she was a great woman, great mom, definitely. All right, you ready to move on?
Okay.
So this is the deep dive where we go into your profile and you can tell us the story behind that photo.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Is ready.
Posted July 2021. Different hairstyle.
There's still purple in there. You gotta have the purple. It's under here somewhere.
You got it. You flaunt it.
Obviously that's not the original FAO Schwartz because the original was in front of Central Park.
Yeah.
But you got to take a picture in front of FAO Schwartz being a big movie.
But this was when they brought it back, and you were like, "Oh my God, yes!"
Yeah, and I think I took a picture on because they also have a piano, the floor piano, so I took a picture on that too. And they have Zoltar machine inside as well.
Wow!
So for those big fans, that's the place to go.
Yeah, definitely. So at the time, were you in Jersey and you took the troupe to Manhattan to visit the store? Was this like an all-day kind of event?
Yeah, my son loves going to New York. So when we go there, we just spend the day, the Nintendo store, the American Girl store, the M&M store, we just walk around everywhere. And of course I have to go. I'm the only one that wants to go into the FAO Schwartz store.
Well, you got to pick on me. You see this? This is my audience. Go figure. All right. That's awesome. So
that's Midwestern talking.
Yeah, right. Figures. Got me going that hard bro. But yeah, that's awesome that you have that with your kid, you know. I'm sure as your kids get older, there you have right now a 20-year-old, right?
Yeah, 20.
So
He just turned 20 2 days ago. I can't believe
yeah,
it.
congratulations, by the way. If I didn't know you, I would be like the lie detector determined that was a lie. You know? Yeah. So next July 2020, you have a Gem and the Holograms t-shirts.
One of many.
So, what's the significance of this t-shirt? And
Well,
how has it inspired you?
I have a thing for retro tees. Obviously, they're not vintage tees, but they're retro. So anything that has anything related to a cartoon from the 80s, I have to buy it.
Yeah.
And Jen specifically was inspiration for my handle.
Oh, is
So
it? Is
yeah,
it? The details,
truly
please.
outrageous because she's truly outrageous. That's the whole song. So I was surprised actually
Right
that wasn't
on.
taken already.
Yeah, you got you got pretty lucky with that one. Awesome shirt too.
Yeah, I love t-shirts and graphic tees specifically. It's, you know, I'm going to be 45 next week and I'm the type that's just in jeans, sneakers, and a graphic tee.
She's lying, you guys. Don't believe that crap. She does that way she could get drinks at bars. I'd card you if you were in my bar. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
It took a while for them to stop, but they definitely stopped in probably mid-30s.
Yeah, I don't do the whole bar scene.
Thank you, Mrs. Go. Yeah.
So this is interesting because this is a non-average Big Mac posted in February 2020.
My sad ass Big Mac. My meatless Big Mac.
Yeah. So it's a meatless Big Mac.
Yeah, I go to the drive-through and I ask for a meatless Big Mac. And they repeat it. They're like, no meat? And I'm like, yes, no meat.
Jeez.
But you know what? It really is all in the sauce.
I was going to ask you, is this a guilty pleasure thing?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yes, definitely. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, when I get that craving, it's like, obviously I don't get meat in it, but that sauce, it's good stuff.
The way I am right now, my fat, unhealthy ass would get the Big Mac and then try the meatless Big Mac. So 80s baby, aka that name right there, because I'll laugh too hard. Want to know, where do you go hunting for your teas?
I get them everywhere. Like, actually, you know who lately has a lot of really cool t-shirts and cheap is Five Below. They have so many. Yeah, so many. Like, I get everything from Care Bears, My Little Pony, Garfield, Smurfs, movie teas. They get a lot of them. It's like I'm surprised, and they're pretty good quality. But aside from that, I also find them at Marshalls and Hot Topic, and of course the mall. You have to go to Hot Topic.
Right. Yeah. I'm too fat nowadays. I don't have like anything in my size. Like, I'll get back down. I get back down. Don't worry.
Summer's coming. Bikini season.
next year. Yeah. All right. So next segment is all about the action heroes. Can you tell us who we have on the screen here?
John Ritter.
John Ritter, the man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I just got to put you full screen right now and show how red you are.
You know, I've loved him since
he's never
one of my favorite movies.
Handsome. I can say, you know, man crush aside, he's never not been handsome. Even when he was, you can say it now, I guess, as a verb, he was Charlie Sheening himself. he was still a good-looking guy.
Yes.
Coked up out of his mind in an orange
suit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's stop crushing over RDJ. And crush even harder. Who do we got here?
Yes, 21 Jump Street.
What a change, right? You see him now.
I don't care. It's Johnny Depp. Doesn't matter. And Keanu Reeves.
Aside from John Ritter, you do have a type.
Do I?
Yeah. Wepa. All right, so we got all four of these gentlemen. Will ask you some
John
questions.
Ritter is very handsome. In Three's Company, he was
John. Yeah.
Definitely.
I was in between staying a young boy and becoming a teenager, and I was just like, always wanted to ask my dad, if you're still here, are they fucking? Like, they've got to be fucking, like, at least once or twice, right? Like, just to get it out of your system. You know what I mean? Like, you live in the same house. You got what's her name walking around with no bra. You got the other one walking around with booty shorts. I mean, this show is fucking hot. Dad, we watching Three's Company tonight?
You never know.
I don't watch those Simpsons. Talking about Simpsons. Marge don't look like that. Well, yeah. All right. So I finally got that out of my system after 20 something years. Thank you, Cindy. All right. So here we go with the questions for your gentleman. Ready?
Ready.
Battle Royal. Who wins? Who comes out on top?
RDJ.
RDJ. He just snaps everyone out of existence.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So RDJ wins because he's the heartthrob and person we spent the most time talking about tonight. All right. So think of one Johnny Depp movie. Think of one Keanu Reeves movie and do a role reversal. I'm gonna smack my mic.
Wow.
So Keanu Reeves in a Johnny Depp movie taking the lead on, right? Am I explaining this good enough? I feel like I'm getting lost in my own words.
So you're saying like Johnny Depp as, in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Right. So that's an example, and you take it from there.
And I don't know. I think I see. Well, when I look at Johnny Depp, I always remember mainly 21 Jump Street. He has so many movies, but 21 Jump Street was like the prime for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Keanu Reeves would do well as a undercover teen cop.
I think so too. Especially if they're in their same age groups. Like Bill and Ted could have been a detective.
Right.
You could almost see that transferring over in a weird way. But yeah.
In a comedic way.
Yeah. That's true too. A lot of people forget
Keanu Reeves gets swallowed by the bed.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people forget that Johnny Depp was in Nightmare on Elm Street because his name is almost bigger than the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Back then? Yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Yeah. So what do you say?
What do I say?
Are you sticking with Keanu Reeves in 21 Jump Street and Johnny Depp in Bill and Ted? Is that your answer?
Yeah.
That's a great answer. That is a great answer. And it stays true to the 80s in a sense. All right. What movie would you want to co-star? So I picked the right person for this question, huh? So you're the co-star. What movie are you co-starring in with RDJ?
Well, my favorite movie is not well known at all because anytime I ask people about it, no one knows about it. But it's called Chances Are, and it's with him and Sybil Shepherd.
Mrs. Go just gasp. I love that movie.
I need to hang out with Mrs. Go.
Yeah, there you go. Get it? Go? No, I'm just kidding.
That's like my favorite movie, one of the top favorite movies in general, but of Robert Downey Jr. is one of my favorites. 80s movie, and just the topic itself is kind of weird, but it's kind of that romantic comedy, a little cheesy, a little sad.
Who doesn't like cheese? Unless you're lactose intolerant.
But who's this? Mary Stuart Masterson is in that. I forget who else, but it's a pretty good movie. I recommend it.
So what's the name of the movie again?
Chances Are.
Chances Are.
Netflix, so I would be Sybil Shepherd.
Mrs. Go just downloaded. So I guess I know what I'm doing this weekend.
Get the popcorn.
Okay. If John's Three's Company TV show was restarted, which 3 actors or actresses, or mix them together, would you like to see in their own individual episodes?
You mean as the 3?
No. So let's say everything is all fine. John's still with us, thankfully, and they're rebooting. You're in charge of the reboot of Three's Company, and you say, okay, I need this actress, this actor, and this actor, or someone who. What 3 actors would you put in the show as a guest appearance?
Let me see. When I think of Three's Company, I always just think of the originals. And there's so many good characters in that show that were just side characters.
Right. People who got their start there.
Yeah. But I guess someone random.
Yeah, go for it. Random actor or actress. Here, let's pick an actor first.
Okay.
So, random actor, you cast them for a part in Three's Company. Who is he?
Oh, you're making me think. Who would it be?
She is universe molding right now.
I know. I'm like,
this is not world building. This is universe molding.
I'm not even too familiar with current.
Pick them from the 80s, alive or dead. Let's make it that way too.
Okay.
Now the world is opened up even more.
That would be easier because, like, I would throw in maybe Gary Coleman.
Oh, great. Oh, crossover episode.
That would be a good one.
Right. All right. So, actress, alive or dead?
Probably Facts of Life, Nancy McKeon.
That would be so cool. All right, and
just
lastly,
because of the way their characters are, they're so different, and like they would just drop into like an unknown universe for their role or their character.
It's great because you're building it around. It's so centric to what exists in that time, and I think you're doing a phenomenal job with it. Really, really. And what's great is that all of us that know what you're talking about probably is the same way as I feel right now. See it. It doesn't take like, oh, well, why would you pick that person? It's like, oh my God, yeah. How did I not think of that? That's the way I feel. But all right. So you picked a gentleman and a lady. Now you can pick a lady or a gentleman, whichever one you want.
Let's just throw Alf in there.
Oh my God. Wow. Throw Alf.
And I just picture Mr. Furley like catching him through the window and like them trying to hide Alf and
all the neighborhood cats are gone. You want to tell me what's going on here, John? Alf.
And then just catching a glimpse of him and hyperventilating.
Right? What did I just see go? What did I just see go into your window? Our cat. That was not a cat. It's a big cat. This is a great world building thing you've done here. This is such a great. Imagine if Mr. Furley hooked up with the house in Keep from what's the show with the girls that you mentioned?
Mrs. Garrett.
Yeah, imagine they hook up for a date on 30&Go. Yeah, you can see it, right? Come on, you can see that
with his leisure suits getting all.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah! And then of course we would have a racial learning lesson with because it's the 80s, right? So you know somebody would be learning something. Todd Bridges would have to come in and save his brother in Three's Company. And why you don't take Mr. Furley's cats? Yeah. All right. Next, we have the femme fatale. Your ladies. Tell us who's on the screen.
Oh, Cyndi Lauper.
Hell to the yeah.
I love her. Rachel McAdams.
Girl crush. Look at that smile. Jeez, can you get any brighter in here?
Yeah, I had a thing for her for a while. I just loved the way the roles she played. They were so just sweet. And, you know, The Notebook, just them two were, I could watch that over and over again.
Look at you. You're getting emotional just talking about it. I hear it.
Demi Moore and Molly Ringwald.
All right. Those are your ladies. So what makes Cyndi the best female singer of the 80s?
I think she's just so unique and herself that's what, you know, obviously was talented or is talented because she's still
amazing.
Active.
Yeah.
But just what set her apart was her individuality, which I love. And her name is Cyndi.
Right. And she just wants to have fun.
Don't we all?
So this question came about, and I would love to know your answer. Why is it okay for Demi Lovato to do a stripper movie?
Demi Moore,
and not I'm sorry, Demi Moore.
I'm like, I still haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, that's the private one I've got on. I clear my hard drive. So, geez, this went elsewhere really quickly. Why is it okay for Demi to do a stripper movie, but not the girl from Saved by the Bell? You know, Elizabeth Berkley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always been a topic. Not always a topic of conversation, but just a question that, like, you know, she had so much. I guess almost her career was ruined because of the stripper movie. I forgot what it's. Showgirls. That's what it's called.
I didn't. No.
But Demi Moore was like, wow, you know, this woman and the stripper, striptease and.
Mrs. Go, when we were discussing this, had said she made the most money out of any actress for a few years when she did that.
Mm-hmm.
12 million.
Wow.
Meanwhile, you have Elizabeth arguably pushing the envelope into borderline pornography. And it's just like, well, that was not in good taste. The poor girl got pushed down the steps naked. If that's not acting, I don't know what is. I don't care.
I think she was just trying to separate herself from her Jesse Spano role as much as she could.
Oh, 110%. That was okay. This is my escape from. If it was today, it would have been fans only or only fans, whatever it's called. But you know what I mean, right? It would have evolved or devolved into that instead of Showgirls, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what's your final thought?
I mean, obviously, Demi Moore was.
I'm here still.
In her prime when it came to her career, like, you know, she was putting movies out back to back, and everything she did was great.
Yeah.
So I think it was easier to accept her in that type of role.
Right.
Um, where Elizabeth Berkley, sometimes when you get typecasted as a certain character, nobody wants to see you in anything other than that. And,
True. Yeah.
she went on to do this role. It was like, well, no, she's
Yeah.
lost, what's going on with
Yeah.
her.
Definitely turned into that. I 110% agree with you. And the way you said it was arguably the most well said way. You know?
Hmm.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Okay.
Mean Girls or The Notebook?
I actually liked Mean Girls. That was a good movie. And she was like 25 in that movie.
I know, right? But when you
But The
sit there
Notebook.
and think about what we've watched, everyone was like 25. We were
Well, when you're,
just so
yeah.
young and impressionable that we were wondering like, hey, why don't I have what was the cool guy's name from 90210? He passed
Who?
away.
Oh, Luke
Why don't I
Perry,
have
Dylan.
Luke Perry's 5 o'clock shadow? I'm now 16. Oh, because he was 30.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah, like
mean?
definitely. Like Grease. Who's gonna believe
Right?
all those kids were
Yeah,
from high school?
exactly. Yeah, Luke Perry, So
But here I'm gonna say The Notebook.
Notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Notebook was
Look
just
at the feels. The feels are coming out on you right now. The
yeah, The Notebook.
feels.
And the book, like I read the book too. It's great. It's one of my favorites.
Loose leaf or paperback or what?
Well, I have a thing that if there's a movie that I'm interested in and usually it has a book, I read the
Yeah.
book first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watch the movie and I compare. So
I've done that.
So another Rachel McAdams movie is one of my favorite books, actually, The Time Traveler's Wife. And that's one of my favorite books. So the movie, of course, with Rachel McAdams, no less, it's like, the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yeah. I did that with the last one I did that with was Benjamin Button. And I
Yes.
asked my wife a few questions because she wanted to go see it. I didn't want to go see it. Something about it. I was like, I don't know. The book was really, really good. So I asked her at the time, I said, oh, you know what? The only thing I want to know is how did they do with Benjamin Button's grandfather? Because it's like almost 2.5 chapters dedicated to how his grandfather hated him because his
Wow.
grandfather, they were the same age, physique wise
Mm-hmm.
and looks wise. Cause Benjamin aged backward. Right.
Right.
And, so his grandfather hated for like 5 years seeing his grandson get younger and becoming this guy who once he left the home could he swept this young lady off of her feet and stuff. And I was like, how did that play out? They were like, and she was like, well, they only spent was the grandfather in the movie? He was, but I think it was only for a short time. I was like, well, what about the old folks home? Was he in the old folks? It was like, wow, okay, that sucked.
Now I
It's
need
such
to
a
read the
big
book.
development part, you know what I mean? It's a very big, it cast this net,
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of skipped it. They kind of raced through, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Which I guess is common in movies.
you have to, yeah,
But
you
The
don't have
Notebook is almost true to,
identical. Yeah,
yeah.
true
Mm-hmm.
to it. Yeah.
Which I
All right.
like.
That's awesome. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
So, as an adult today, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of role would you like to see Molly in? Maybe the principal at the school. True.
I think she would definitely be. I think she would be that like cool grandma
Oh yeah, yeah. Cool, grandma. Don't worry, dear. We've done it when we were kids. It just wasn't legal. Oh, you
But she
guys
has
don't
like,
have to share the same cigarette.
yeah, she definitely has that like comedic, sweet personality that would do well, but still like youthful and just everything she was in as a kid. You know, I can see her as a modern grandma.
It
Like,
sets her up for the fun, like almost like in continuity with her career. It sets her up
yes,
for that grandmother.
like
That's
she
an
would take her
awesome. Yeah.
granddaughter to get her hair cut and dyed, you know, purple.
No, I gotta say, this has been great fun so far, and I have to stop and say the way you think is so cool. You know what I mean? Like
Thanks.
it just happens so quickly. You know what I mean? And like maybe I'm slow, which I know I am, but I catch on to it, and I'm like, oh wow, you know, you have such a thoughtful process, and it's so cool. So
Thanks.
you know, while we're here right now, I want to thank you for sharing your thoughts with all of us that have been here
Well, I
so far.
appreciate that.
Awesome. Ready for the next one?
Let's go.
So this is it's truly outrageous. This is your animated. Can't make me laugh. I can't breathe. This is animated heroes. You ready?
Okay.
Who do we have here?
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Do 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 do. Had to actually. This is how old we are, you guys. I had to look for the old animated one because of the whole new CGI
Yes.
thing. When I Googled this photo, because you know I didn't have it on file, but getting it on file, I couldn't believe I had to like, oh, I gotta look for the old cartoon one. Oh, I gotta look for
Yeah.
the older cartoon one. Damn it.
The movie comes out first, and then a Foghorn Leghorn.
We got
Joke's
the
done.
Foghorn Leghorn. Can you give us your best impression of Foghorn Leghorn?
I don't do impressions, but
Oh, it was worth an
I
ask.
say, boy.
There you go. Round of applause.
Jem, of course.
Um.
Garfield is my spirit animal.
Oh hell yeah! All right, so we got some questions for the animated peoples. You have full control over the continuation of one of these series. Which one are you bringing back?
Um, I'm thinking probably the reason why they brought back Alvin and the Chipmunks because it's so just fun.
Yeah.
You can pretty much, you know, they're chipmunk kids.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to touch Jem. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it would
everything
be
is
Alvin and
so
the Chipmunks you would bring
yeah.
back. You
Hmm.
bring this specific style back.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Take into consideration that they went through 3 reiterations so far.
Yeah. I don't do well with remakes. Like you can my daughter always copies me. She's like, that's not that's those are not my Care Bears. Those are not my chipmunks. Those are not my ponies. She just
Yeah.
copies me and I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, they aren't.
I'm that way. Like those are not my Ninja Turtles. Those are not my Transformers. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's great
Yeah, no,
to
it's
see another like our age group and you know a little older even. We are incapable of growing up because everything we've ever watched is either a movie or has been rebooted 2 or 3 times by now.
yeah.
It's like the 70s and the 80s had this era of just super ideas.
Exactly. I don't
And
know.
maybe it's because we're older and we don't pay attention that much, but where the hell are all the original ideas at?
Yeah, where's the creativity?
I don't know. You see, legalize LSD. Something has to change.
Do what they did back in the day, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Steve Jobs. I read his book. He had a really nice trip on acid and started designing the iPhone and everything that we have now. I
Wow.
mean, just
Makes
goes to
sense.
say, just goes to say, you know. All right, next question. What characteristics do you share with Foghorn Leghorn?
I don't think I talk as much, but I definitely have that just fun kind of, joking, picking on people in a fun way, obviously.
Yeah, not demeaning, right?
Yeah, which he did all the time.
Oh yeah, with the dog and the coyote.
The chicken hog, and
Yep.
Sylvester was in some
Yeah, that's
cartoons.
right. That's right. Yeah. That's awesome that you remember that throwback,
Prissy, the hen that was in love with him.
Remember the old hen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Get your stuff. Get your stuff and go. So, what was the characteristic?
I guess just his way of cracking on people.
Cracking jokes like Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It's a joke, son.
It's just a joke, son. Nice. I heard that when you said it. I heard it in his voice. That's awesome. And how has Gem inspired you? Through the years.
What I like about Gem is just she's very unselfish, and she does things
Sweet.
for others. Like the whole show is based on her helping the house that her father built for the foster kids, for the foster girls particularly. And half her band are her foster sisters, so that's what she grew up with. And it's just mainly the whole thing is her becoming famous to make money and support this house, not because she wanted to become famous.
Right.
If anything, she didn't want to be known. That's why she had this alter ego, and that's not really her.
Yeah.
Gem is her alias. So yeah, I would say that she just is very selfless.
That is an awesome reason to be inspired by any character.
And just the wardrobe.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, look at that.
So 80s. It's more 80s now than it was then.
Yeah, definitely. Who loves lasagna more, you or Garfield?
I don't know. I think we're gonna have to fight.
Oh man, Garfield's gonna end up as Chinese food. Shit. Sorry, Garfield. So we're gonna have to fight it out.
I love lasagna, even though I can't eat it. But I've had vegan lasagna. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you can substitute nowadays with that. You can substitute nowadays with that whole like Beyond Meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good.
Put a lot of seasoning it.
There you go. Get that sazon and adobo. And
yeah. Double up.
All right. So this is the final question of 30&Go. The oh snap.
Am I gonna disappear?
It's a tough one. I'm gonna say bring the energy down a little bit, because this is one of the more serious questions that not one person has ever answered quickly. All right.
Okay.
To save the multiverse, you have to snap one out of existence. And there's the face. Oh shit face.
Huh. There's no D. A, B, C, where's D?
That's it.
It would have to. Johnny Depp's not going anywhere. Let's put it that way.
Ooh.
So.
Sorry.
Nope. No bye Depp. But Molly Ringwald, she defined a generation.
It's hard. That's hard. You don't get that dance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And
as much
Gem,
as it as
Gem
much as it
is,
pains me, yeah, it would have to be the cartoon.
it'd have to be Gem.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't get the person you are today, in a sense,
I
right?
know. I'd probably be, I
You
don't
sure
know.
about that?
I'd probably be pretty in the 80s. I don't know.
Oh, Breakfast Club 80s. There you
Yeah.
go. So Gem is out. Gem is gone.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Good night, Gem. We will love you if we have. Thanos didn't take away the memories. He just took away the you.
Oh, so at least we have that passed. Okay.
Yeah, we still
Then I'm
have it.
good.
So that was 30&Go.
Wow,
That was 30&Go.
that
That's
was
it.
good.
I'm so happy to
It
have
was fun.
you here.
I was kind of,
Did you have jitters?
nervous.
Yeah,
A little nervous.
I
Didn't know
have
what
it.
to
I have it
expect.
too. I have it too. I've done a few of these now, and I still have that nervous energy, which is good because you don't go into it with like, you know, you know what I mean.
I hear
The
you.
word. I don't have the word for it, but I could definitely do the body language. You know.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun, and I'm getting used to doing more lives.
Yeah, you've been
Which,
this year has definitely been more social for you in terms of being here video chatting.
yeah, well, it took me a while to just even put a picture up on my page, because I try not to make it about me. I
Yeah.
want it to be about nostalgia and things like that. But then, you try to give a little bit of yourself because everybody
Yep.
wants to know who's behind the account, and it
Mm-hmm.
becomes a community. So it's like if you get to know this
That's
person, that
right.
person, so it's like, all right, this is me.
And before you know it, you're getting tagged by 30&Go because you took a picture with a bunch of the boys, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
well, now that it's out there, I mean, here's me, right?"
yeah.
Yeah,
That was fun though.
I was that way as well. I think it is a phase. I really do, and I'm kind of transitioning out of the whole like, here's my face, here's me, here's how I sound, and going back into photography and diorama
Hmm.
building and come meet me at ToyCon or something like that, you know? Yeah. And Cindy as well.
I'll be there.
We got anything you want to plug?
I mean, aside from, my page on Instagram and TikTok as well, I'm
Yeah.
trying to, that one actually is a little bit bigger, but I feel like Instagram has more of a community for some reason.
Yeah. I think we all kind of landed on Instagram because Facebook was getting a little out of control with your grandparents and your parents adding you. You know, it was like, oh, okay, they might not use this.
Yeah. And then, everybody's on TikTok. So I was like, all right, let me see
Yeah.
what this is about. And it actually got bigger than Instagram, but yet
Get out.
Instagram just feels like home still.
Yeah, it does. I haven't moved from it, and I don't know if I will, you know. But
So yeah,
yeah.
Truly Outrageous 80s on both Instagram and TikTok. And I don't know, I guess I'm going to try to do a couple more of these live streams and share a little more. It's always fun.
Definitely. And I appreciate you a ton. The first woman on 30&Go. That is huge.
Yay!
So and it couldn't have went any better, honestly. Thank you so much
I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks again, guys. We're gonna sign out, and everyone have a great night. This has been most funnest hour of my week so far. So thank you.
Likewise. Thank
Truly
you.
outrageous.
Take care.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.